Arnold claps back at President Donald Trump. So this morning, when Trump was at the prayers breakfast, he had this to say regarding Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Apprentice. Watch.
When I ran for president, I had to leave the show. That's when I knew for sure I was doing it. And they hired a big movie star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to take my place. And we know how that turned out. The ratings went right down the tubes. It's been a total disaster. And Mark will never, ever bet against Trump again. And I want to just pray for Arnold, if we can, for those ratings, okay?
Oh my God. And then this is what Arnold had to say back.
Hey Donald, I have a great idea. Why don't we switch jobs? You take over TV because you're such an expert in ratings, and I take over your job. And then people can finally sleep comfortably again.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Worst breakfast club ever.
Please revamp 1983's Trading Places.
Yeah. Go f yourself. Amen.
What is happening? How is this news? How is the president? I mean, you read his tweets, you see this going back and forth. You came in this morning, you said this was on CNN. What the hell? Yeah, what is going on?
I couldn't believe that this is where we're at as a nation in the world, that this is what our president is talking about. And I would like to get a little bit of clarification. Can someone tell me what exactly the prayer?
I have no idea what the National Prayer Breakfast is, Brett.
Yeah, what is this?
What is
It's
it?
a thing.
It's a made-up thing.
And it shouldn't be news. You should, but he uses it.
What is
to,
the,
like,
hold on.
hijack
Regardless
This
of
is
what the
wait,
prayer
really
breakfast
quickly, is the
is.
prayer breakfast, because if it's something like, what are some of the other events where they do make jokes and it's funny? Is that
the
like that or
White
no?
House Correspondents' Dinner.
So what's the
And
tone?
yes, no, it's a speech. It's not everyone sitting around and telling prayers. It's like, oh, what's your favorite psalm? No, that's not what happens.
Okay.
It's this. It's horse shit.
It's just more of what he does.
The first executive order by every president is to declare their own inauguration like a day of revelry. Like, it's all that shit.
Right.
It's the stuff that we do all the time. That it's a prayer breakfast. Everybody gets together. There's a prayer. The people talk. No one knows what it is because no one really gets invited. But
Now we all know what it is because
Yeah,
he
thanks.
used it to diss. I mean, Arnold, you just brought up in the last video, uplift people. I'm seeing very little upliftment from Donald Trump.
I think what happened for me is after the inauguration, I thought, okay, I cannot be this angry and upset forever. At some point, I'm just going to have to let everything unfold and prove me wrong. Somehow, step up to the plate and prove me wrong. And every time I read a tweet or see a speech or watch him engage with people, I think that he's like the little kid in the class who was angry at everybody and finally is the president of the class and gets to just lash out. And I am constantly disappointed and saddened. And I think more than anything, I can't believe that this still is taking on a celebrity game. It's like a celebrity game for him. I'm like, you're the president. Focus on being the president and not dissing Arnold Schwarzenegger in a stupid reality show.
I know.
God!
I think everyone feels
Sorry,
exactly
I'm
the
just
way
so
you do.
frustrated.
I absolutely echo your sentiment. I also am concerned because we've talked a little bit before, and I don't know if there's a right answer here on how much of what he does is a distraction towards what is really going on, and how much of it is actually like he's just this dumb
That's
and
how
he
he
just
is.
does this stuff, and there's no sort of method behind it. And that's what I'm uneasy about because we have seen some major executive orders, some major policy changes roll out within the past week.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about him dissing Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I kind of want to be like, you know, wake up, sheeple. Like, is this what we are supposed to be talking about? Like, is this what they want us to talk about so that we're not talking about something else that's going on right now? Like the woman who attempted suicide in the airport because she wasn't able, she was going to be deported back to Iran or wherever she was from. Like, that's what we should probably be talking about. But
Right.
no, he's gonna keep throwing us these
Or his
curveballs left
cabinet
and right.
choices. There's
Steve
and that is
Bannon in security meetings, national security meetings.
and that is all being talked about. But you're right; it gets overshadowed by him being a clown.
So Jon Stewart went on the Colbert show and did his, I'm looking into the future here. I've intercepted the leaked, future orders from the president. And the last one was, I, Donald Trump, am exhausting. And it was a really good point. He's like, the presidency should age the president, not the
people.
public.
Oh my gosh,
and
you're
so,
right.
and that's what's happening. And the reason it's so exhausting is because there's so much stuff. He signed 20 things in 10 days, and that's more than any president has done. He's invented new kinds of things to sign. Like there's executive orders, there's presidential memos, and now
Double
there's like
regulations.
this national security memo to the public or something like that. And he invents them. So it's our job the only approach I can think of is there's 1,000 things in front of the president, and he's a baby. And those 1,000 things, he wants to touch them all. And there's toys that he's totally capable of playing with. Go play with it. Today, he's sitting with Harley Davidson talking about manufacturing jobs. Go do that. Go talk about manufacturing jobs. Go sit down with someone who might move a factory to Mexico and do your strong arm intimidation at them. Go touch that. But when it comes to like travel bans, stop it. Don't touch that. I'm taking it away from you.
He threatened to stop federal funding towards the UC Berkeley system.
And what happened there? And then it's your job.
On Twitter. He did it on Twitter.
If they can't promote free speech, which is itself absolutely ridiculous, he's saying Cal doesn't support free speech. I went to Stanford. I have no love for Cal. But the fact is that Cal was allowing Milo to speak. Yeah. Milo, this internet troll who now edits Breitbart, which is Steve Bannon's former job. So Cal's like, sure, college Republicans, you want to have a speech? We invented free speech here. Speak. And it was this group of people, the Black Bloc, who puts on masks and runs around throwing Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
Though, sure, defund the anarchists.
Yes.
That's fine, but don't tell your sheeple, your Trumpanzees, your Trumpster fire.
Trumpanzees, I like that.
I didn't make that up, but that's what they're called. Don't tell them all that stuff and make it seem like Cal's banning anything.
Right.
Cal was like, this planned speech is canceled because these assholes threw Molotov cocktails, which who knows, might be part of Milo's.
It wasn't Molotov cocktails, it was fireworks. There's a
homemade
difference.
fireworks and Molotov
it's not okay.
cocktails is what I read on
It's
Sunday.
not
Like
okay. I watched
Berkeley
it live.
faculty
I
did
watched
it.
it live.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was completely. First, it started out as a peaceful protest. It was completely hijacked by anarchists.
But like,
it was wrong. But yeah, it's not.
So
it wasn't
important.
Berkeley. It wasn't Berkeley.
Misinformation leading to
misinformation.
I might defund the #1 public university in America.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Go f yourself. Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, because it does set like a precedent, and the people that maybe did not watch it live or may not have heard you speak or did their research, they're going to read that tweet, and unfortunately, the sheeple are going to jump on that bandwagon, and it's unethical. It's not right. It's wrong, and this is our president doing it, our very own president.
And going back to that video, don't you think that was such a smug way of handling something? You can make it's always so smug, and he's laughing, he's looking around to see if anyone's laughing, and everyone's kind of uncomfortable, and I'm just tired of seeing that kind of leadership
You're
already.
shaming someone.
Yeah,
You're shaming someone.
The
That's
viewership
mean.
by the time Trump stopped being the host of The Apprentice was a minor fraction of what it was when it premiered. So he himself goes down the tubes rating-wise. Why? Because it's so it's just too much.
But
it's just way too much, and people are like, all right, I get it, I'm out.
Who cares about the ratings? Who goes out of their way to make
Trump
somebody
does.
feel like shit?
He does.
That's what sucks.
Yeah,
It's just
good
he's
point.
such a you mad bro president because he's
Bro, you're right.
here's the thing. He says shut off CNN. I think it was Idarola tweeted like, well, they got one viewer. You know, they got SNL. They got one really bitchy person who hates the fact that they're making fun of him. So as much as he wants you to boycott the press, it's proven he's watching the news. He doesn't read anything.
I know.
He just watches the news and
Scary.
tweets
and
at
reacts,
it angrily.
And reacts. Ooh, exhale that one. Wow. Please share your thoughts.
Self-care,
Section below. We want to know what you have to say. We'll see you next time on Pop Quiz.